Hey, what's up everyone? James here, and today we're going to talk about what happened to Brandin Cooks and why he's been traded 3 times in 6 years, playing for 4 different teams despite his amazing production. Guys, make sure to like the video, hit that subscribe button, tap the notification bell, and let's get right into it. Brandin Cooks was born in Stockton, California, where he played football for the Lincoln High School football team. Stockton is known as one of the toughest and most dangerous cities in the country to live in. On top of this, Brandin's father died from a heart attack when Brandin was just 6 years old, so his mother had to raise him and his 3 brothers on her own. He was also just under 5'10", and for a receiver, that's very small. He had to battle with not having his father, along with staying out of trouble and staying out of the streets. Brandin was able to do so by playing football. During his high school career, he put up 2,484 yards and 31 touchdowns, including 66 receptions for 1,125 yards for 10 touchdowns his senior year. This caused him to be ranked as the 88th ranked player in the state, where he signed with the Oregon State Beavers to play college football. He had a relatively quiet freshman year with 391 yards and just 3 touchdowns. However, his sophomore year, he turned into a star as he had 1,151 yards and 5 touchdowns. His junior season, he took it up even another level, where he had 128 receptions for 1,730 yards and 16 touchdowns. These monster numbers rose him up on draft boards, where he ended up being selected 20th overall in the first round by the New Orleans Saints. The Saints actually moved up in the draft and traded with the Arizona Cardinals. So right off the bat, he was able to play with one of the best quarterbacks in the league, Drew Brees. Now, his first year in the NFL, he had 53 receptions for 550 yards and 3 touchdowns. However, in his second season, he had 84 receptions for 1,139 yards and 9 touchdowns. So as he was coming into his own, in his third season, he had another great year with 78 receptions for 1,173 yards and 8 more touchdowns. So everything's going great, right? Well, let's talk about why it actually wasn't. Apparently, even during victories, when Brandin Cooks wasn't getting the ball, he was making a point to let the team and the staff and the ownership know about it. This rubbed many in the organization the wrong way, as they thought he shouldn't even be paid as a top receiver in the first place. Even during blowout victories where he only had 3 receptions, 2 receptions, 1 reception, 0 receptions, he would still look really upset. People said they could see him physically being upset, and it just rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. The organization themselves even said they didn't consider him to be a top receiver in the league, so they didn't think he should be paid like one. Now, this led to him being traded to the New England Patriots for the 32nd overall pick in the 2017 NFL Draft. In his first season with New England, he had 65 receptions for 1,082 yards and 7 touchdowns. Again, solid numbers, right in line with what he's been doing so far in his career. So yet again, he got to play with another top-of-the-line quarterback, and he put up good numbers. But again, after this lone year, he was traded again. Now, Bill Belichick has a history of not paying receivers well, and Brandin Cooks was coming up on the last year of his contract, and just like Belichick has done before, he traded Cooks away. This time, he was traded to the Los Angeles Rams for the 23rd pick in the 2018 NFL Draft. So, yet again, the New England Patriots did not see him as a true, quote-unquote, #1 receiver and didn't think he was going to be worth the money that he was going to demand. It was even rumored that Tom Brady himself wasn't even that sad about it, and he didn't even think that Brandin Cooks was a great fit for their offense. So could it be his attitude, his height? What's the real reason that teams keep saying that he can't fit in with them? This was the second team that traded him for similar reasons. Okay, so this leads us to Cooks playing for the Los Angeles Rams, where he received an $81 million contract extension by the Rams. In his first season, he put up 80 receptions for 1,204 yards and 5 touchdowns. His yardage was a career high, and he seemed to fit in really well with the high-powered, high-scoring offense of Los Angeles. He was playing with what a lot of people consider up-and-coming quarterback Jared Goff. This season even ended with the Los Angeles Rams playing against his former team in the Super Bowl, the New England Patriots. However, in the Super Bowl, the team actually lost 13-3. Yes, the Los Angeles Rams scored just 3 points as the New England Patriots defense completely shut them down. Cooks did have 8 receptions for 120 yards in the Super Bowl, but again, most of that was in meaningless time and just when they weren't really a threat to score at all. but everything seemed to be great. He had another 1,000-yard year, and the future was looking very bright for him and the Rams. Now, this brings us into the 2019 season, and yet another reason that Brandin Cooks can't seem to find a permanent team. During the 2019 season, Brandin Cooks suffered not just one, but 2 concussions within 3 weeks of each other. Despite this, he still returned to finish the last 4 games of the season. Now, due to missed games, injuries, play calling, and fitting in again, he only had 42 receptions for 583 yards and just 2 touchdowns. The Rams themselves took a huge step back as they finished the season just 9-7 after coming off their Super Bowl season. Now, yet again, it seemed from the Rams camp, the top brass, that the offense put up better numbers with other personnel on the field other than Brandin Cooks. This, combined with the fact that it seemed he was having concussions and this could be a problem in the future going forward, and with his huge contract, yes, he was traded again, this time to the Houston Texans for a 2nd-round pick. So what happens now, guys? The Texans traded away DeAndre Hopkins to the Arizona Cardinals, who's one of the best receivers and best players in the entire NFL. That left a huge hole for them, so they went out and got Brandin Cooks. They have one of the best quarterbacks in the league with Deshaun Watson, so if Brandin Cooks can stay healthy, he should have another great year, right? He's one of the most interesting players in the league due to all of these teams that he puts up great numbers with but just can't find a fit. I heard a lot of people asking, why does he keep getting traded? So now you guys know. I personally believe he could be a great fit in Houston if he stays healthy and if he can mesh well with Deshaun Watson, but again, is he gonna quote-unquote fit in with this team, or is he gonna get traded again? Guys, please let me know down in the comments below what you think will happen with him this year. Do you think he will stay healthy? Will he put up big numbers in a bounce back year? Or will he get traded yet again? Guys, thanks so much for watching the video. Make sure to hit that like button, comment, subscribe. Let me know who you want me to talk about in future videos. And as always, guys, I'll see you in the next one.